Guys, Deluded Gooners back again. Mr. Sauce on Spill, Word to K-Trap. Go and download his mixtape or album, whatever it is. It's amazing. None of these other YouTubers can talk to me when it comes to this football stuff. They can have the effects, they can have all the nonsense, but they ain't got the brains. Another Q&A. Yeah, man. I originally, because I have some stuff to do this week, I had to record the Q&A quicker than usual. Some of you have asked me some questions, some more questions past when I've recorded it. And I love you guys so much, I can't let you down. So, part 2 sort of thing, to be honest with you. Obviously, if I've missed them out again, Sunday, let's get this thing going. Guys, I'm not playing. Get in the questions, in the comments, with them questions for Sunday. Let's get this thing going, man. I really like doing Q&As and interacting with you guys. But I'm waffling now, man. Let's crack on, man. Let's crack on. Show it one more time. As usual, the light that I'm using is not going to let me show you guys the actual type in print. So, yeah, let's crack on, man. Is a dash. He asked me this via Snapchat. Can you give your thoughts on why things are not going the right way for Real Madrid at the moment, e.g. Zidane and tactics? Firstly, you're most vulnerable when you've won stuff. They've won back-to-back Champions Leagues. You can forgive some players for being complacent and thinking they're better than they actually are. I know Ronaldo's entitled to think that, Modric, etc., but that's what happens. When you've won something is the most important time to make improvements. You look at Premier League. What Premier League sides retained the Premier League of recent years? You constantly see they'll do a madness first year, win it, and then when it comes to retaining, it's some nonsense. So I'd say players are not players are in their comfort zone. Clearly, I'd say people know what Madrid want to do now. It's taken about 18 months or so, but now they know. For instance, they're closing down Marcelo quicker. They're allowing Ronaldo and Benzema to alternate between the flanks and just remaining rigid defensively. They're getting on to even Casemiro now. I mean, he's not the most expansive ball player, but he was someone that was helping Madrid, so they're getting on to him. So it's somewhat being found out in that regard. So I'd say complacency and just being found out. And in regards to the complacency, we know Madrid have moved slightly away from the whole Galactico signing the best players. So yeah, man, previous years at Madrid, you had to be on stuff because you knew even if you weren't on stuff, there's a chance you could go if the next flavour in the month or someone that's world class is available. So with the move away to more young players, more keeping the core, what we've got more, how do I put it? The more Wenger mentality, there's rice at home sort of thing. People have got in their comfort zones. So I'd say that as well. Their bench, they do look very weak on the bench. The lack of real options on the bench. I'd say they even need a number 9. I know that's silly when they've got Benzema, who got 20 plus goals last year. Correct me if I'm wrong. Ronaldo, however many goals this guy scored last year, he's always doing a mazza. So it doesn't make sense. But I do think they're missing a real number 9. They should really go for Lewandowski, in my opinion. You could argue they need a centre-half as well, to be honest, if I'm brutally honest with you, because I think Nacho's okay, Sergio's alright. Well, Sergio is one of the best in the world, even though defenders are not where they used to be. But the rest of them, they're not. I don't think they're really on par. I mean, when Varane's not there, there's not really a suitable partner like that. You saw against Spurs what happened. So, yeah, man. I do think they need a keeper as well. I think Navas is okay, but I look at United. They got De Gea. Chelsea got Courtois. I even think Lloris is better than Navas. Couple keeper, Old Black of Atletico. Basically, you guys know what I'm getting at. There's bare keepers around, and a team like Madrid. There's teams. If we look at Spurs and United, they're not at Madrid's level, but they've got a better keeper. So yeah, man, they might have to look into bettering that. So I hope that answers your question, bro. At Kazlang D, does Griezmann regret not joining United? You could say yes, you could say no. Initially, it did look like he was on it, but he got his new contract and things like that, so I'd say no. He is quite happy there. He's under Simeone, a man he emailed and called this, when the rumours of Simeone leaving was coming. So I'd say no, and there's probably as bigger clubs as United or clubs that are in a better state than United interested, so I wouldn't necessarily say he's regretting it, because reality is he probably gave them one more year, and when he becomes available, there's going to be a whole host of employers. I'd say so. That's no. I'd say yes, because obviously they look like they're on the verge of going out of the Champions League. They're doing it's a bit shaky in La Liga. Yeah, man, he could have been played. He could have United obviously going to go through in their group, so he could have went to the furthest down rounds of the Champions League. United are currently second in the league, so you never know, they could win the league. So on that basis, of course, you could say yes. So again, yes and no, broski. Yeah, hope that answers your question, bro. Second question, why is Jose inviting controversy by criticising the United fans? Bro, you should know what Jose's about. This is what Jose's done at all his clubs. this is where it goes back to a previous point where I said some of the stuff he does at United can't run at other clubs, can't run at United. This is another example. Some fans would take that at other clubs. United, it's not a dictatorship unless you're Alex Ferguson. It's not a dictatorship like that. You can't behave like this. I'm assuming you mean in regards to him backing Lukaku. That's great that he backs the player and stands by him, and that's what Jose is about. But it does rub fans up the wrong way, and this ain't the first comment he said that's annoyed fans to a degree. So he is he is antagonizing fans, and he is inviting stuff onto himself. So I hope that answers your question. I don't think it's right by any stretch of the imagination to criticize fans. Do I agree with getting at Lukaku? No, but fans, whether I agree with them or not, they pay their money. Whether they pay their money or not, we're football fans. We love the club more than the manager and the players out there. So they have a right to say whatever they want to say. So I don't think it's right. At Show Rizzy, bro, what are we doing? Brackets Chelsea. He's obviously talking in regards to why is Chelsea not having the defense in the league and moving a bit shaky in Europe. Well, they're gonna go through in Europe, but you saw the Roma game. I think it's for several reasons. I don't know what it is. I'm not a Chelsea fan, but boy, cream there. I'm not a Chelsea fan, but I think there's something behind the scenes, man. Because for the last 2 years, he struggled to get the actual signings he wanted, and he's had to get Plan B, C's, D's. There's nothing wrong with them Plan B, C, D's, but I really think he hasn't been helped out there. He's won the league. If he got his creme de la creme signings, his Class A targets, who knows where Chelsea would have been. Similar to Madrid, of course, Chelsea have been found out to a degree because when you look at when they started playing free at the back, moving mad to the second half of the season, you still won the league, but you weren't keeping as many clean sheets. Now people know what you're doing. I know Kante is not fit, but people are getting onto Kante. People are getting tight to your midfielders. People are stopping your fullbacks. People are starting to ask questions of your back three. Courtois is amazing, but he's got some weaknesses. There's things like that. So I'd say complacency between the players, the system, people knowing about the system. This is why I was big on Ferguson saying you got to change up stuff after a while. So I'd say people knowing your systems, complacency, and it's just transfer targets. He hasn't been helped out, and you look at it. Rudiger was never first choice. I think Rudiger's a better centre half than I thought he was, but I still don't think he's good enough. He's been playing all right up until the Champions League fixture. He's not being helped out. I don't want to say the players are not motivated and they want to jump ship and they want to lose on purpose, because I know that's the nature of the game nowadays. But no one was saying that when Conte first came / last year, when people were saying Conte's a breath of fresh air, when all these players were coming out and saying all of these things. So I think they're the main reasons for Chelsea. But context is needed. You're still fourth. Technically, you're still going to go through in the champs. Yeah, on paper, you're still in the league. They're still in the league race to defend your title. So it's not all doom and gloom like my club, bro. So hold it up, man. I just think it was a time to invest, to be honest with you. Mamo Trey. I hope I've said your name. Forgive me if I've said that wrong, broski. What players would you want at Arsenal? Assuming you mean positions, I'd like a centre half, I'd like a centre mid, I'd like a forward, I'd like a winger. If you're talking specific players, the players I want we can't sign, so that's the players that are coming to my head. I would like Mahrez, I think he's moving mad. I'd like Fekir, Insigne, he's gone up a level. These are the sort of players, but again, for whatever reason, we can't get these players. Mahrez probably the most likely out of them. Lamar, of course. So yeah. At Bashir Ahmed, do you think anyone but Messi / Cristiano Ronaldo could win the next Ballon d'Or? E.g. Hazard or Neymar? Firstly, they'd have to win champs. They'd away from the mad goals and assists that Ronaldo and Messi are doing, and all them different stats. Every week they're breaking some sort of stat for me. I can't mention all of them. Away from all of that, someone would have to win champs to even get in the conversation. I do think, was it 2013 or 14? One of them years, I do think Ribéry deserved to win it ahead of them. Not because he's a better player. I just felt the whole... I'm not a fan of the whole... Just them two act like they're the only two playing football. I know they're both amazing and without a doubt the best, but you get where I'm going with that. So yeah, I think unless they win champs, I think that's a myth, bro. You've got another question. Rank Foden, Sancho, Nelson, Gomez, Edwards from best to worst. I don't think none of them are bad, and that's hard for me, bro. I like them all, so I'll do it from preference. I need to look at the names again. So I'll say Foden first. Nelson / Sancho, I can't choose. I really can't choose between the two. I think they're both quality. Probably Gomez after that. I think Gomez is sick. And I think Marcus Edwards is sick. And he's moving mad in the youth champs, youth league, whatever it's called. And he might get chances second half of the season or whatever for Spurs. That's my list. I don't believe in this bad to us. They're all sick and they all have a mad future. And I do think some won't hit their potential, but at this moment in time, I enjoy them all, and I think they're all good footballers, and they're all, yeah, man, I like them all, man. I think it's unfair to say bad to us and them things there, because I think they're all good, man. So whether it's your last like Edwards or first like Foden, yeah, man, I don't change that. But I've tried to answer your question, bro, so allow me. Guys, thank you very much for the questions. Get in the comments with more questions. Like I said, get in the comments with more questions. Don't get away without a question. Subscribe, like it. Thank you very much, man. Without you guys, Deluded Guna would be nothing. Of course, I love each and every one of you subscribers. All 1,600 or something of you. I checked it the other day. It's quite mad that off an iPhone, all of you guys are doing this, man, from different countries as well. So shout out to you, whatever time zone, whatever country you're from, whatever colour you are, whatever team you support. Thank you for watching Deluded Guna, because you know I'm the waviest. I'm out on that note. Bang.